Hey everyone, Digital Reg here, and I'm going to talk about the OPPO Reno 2 review. If you're watching this right now, the OPPO Reno 2 and the 2F has just been launched today, and I've been testing this phone ever since it was handed over to me last week. And to tell you honestly, I really love the Reno 2. Now, I've already reviewed the first Reno, which was the Reno 10X. The caveat that I had with the Reno 10X was its weight. It's a bit heavy for a phone, and it's actually a bit slightly thick. And it wasn't really much of an issue, but you know. With the case that comes with the phone, if the case is attached, it makes the phone even bulkier and even heavier. The first impression that I had with the Reno 2 upon opening it and upon holding it is the thinness and the weight. It's definitely lighter, definitely slimmer than the Reno 10X, and I like it, alright? The Reno 2 comes in two colors. One is in luminous black and this one is in sunset pink. I love it. I actually don't mind owning a sunset pink phone. I'm man enough to carry it, and you know what? It's really nice. And up to now, I'm still marveling at the color, at the colorway of the sunset pink, and the case that comes with it is also in pink, so it jives with the color of the Reno 2. The screen comes with a 6.5-inch AMOLED display, and it's coated with Corning Gorilla Glass screen, and I really enjoyed the notchless and almost bezel-less screen display of the Reno 2. It's the same way I enjoyed the bezel-less display of the Reno 10X and even the F11 Pro. Makes me enjoy watching Netflix videos or YouTube videos. Unlike phones with notches or even a teardrop display, it kind of gets annoying when you set the screen into the full screen. But there's no such issues when you use a bezel-less phone or a notchless phone like the Reno 2. The processor of the Reno 2 runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730 processor. So this is a lower processor compared to the Snapdragon 855 that the Reno 10X has. Now, I'm not sure why they opted for a for a Snapdragon 730 for the Reno 2. My hunch is it's to give the Reno 2 a lower price point compared to the Reno 10X. Even if it has a Snapdragon 730 processor, it's one of the top processors that Qualcomm is offering. Snapdragon 730 is no slouch. It was able to handle all my apps with ease, and playing games like COD Mobile, like Asphalt 9 Legends, all in their highest settings, and I really mean highest settings for all of these games. They played flawlessly. They didn't have any lags at all. The frames per second were very smooth, and I really enjoyed playing games on the Reno 2. Storage is 256 gigs. Memory is 8 gigs, and it has the SIM card slot is a hybrid card slot, which means if you're only using one SIM card, then you can use the other slot for a micro SD card. So yes, the Reno 2 can support micro SD cards, maybe up to 256 gig or even 512 gigs. What I also like about the Reno 2 is the inclusion of the 3.5mm headphone jack. I thought the Reno series have already fired the the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, because it's not even seen in the in the Reno 10X. But I'm surprised that they brought back the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the Reno 2, and that's a godsend for me because I always use my my headphones, my gaming earphones on every phone that I use. And now that the Reno 2 has it, I always use my headphones whenever I play games or listen to music with it. Let me talk about the camera this time. The Reno 2 comes with a quad camera system composed of 48 megapixels, 13 megapixels, 8 megapixels, and 2 megapixels. Now, the quality of the pictures taken by the Reno 2 is pretty much similar as the Reno 10X. It's like DSLR quality. I've been using the Reno 2 as my main camera instead of my DSLR camera to take pictures of various events that I cover, and it was able to take very excellent photos even at low light conditions. So I didn't have to bring my bulky digital camera. I just had to bring out my my Reno 2 phone, take pictures, and the results are fantastic. Now the Reno 10X comes with a 10 times optical zoom, plus it can reach up to 60 times digital zoom. Now sadly the Reno 2 doesn't have that zoom feature. It only has up to 5 times optical zoom. So, and it won't be able to zoom in that far. But personally, that's okay. If you're not into taking pictures using a telephoto lens, and to be honest, how often do you need to use a 60 times zoom in taking photos, right? So I'm fine with the 5 times optical zoom of the Reno 2, and I have no qualms about it. The cameras of the Reno 2 comes with a video stabilization system, and we tried this when we rode ATVs in Antipolo last week. I compared two videos, one with video stabilization off and the other one with video stabilization turned on. The stabilization of the Reno 2 is excellent. It's actually at par with the Samsung Galaxy S series or Note series when it comes to video stabilization. However, I haven't really used the video stabilization during nighttime. But when I use the video stabilization feature of the Reno 2 during daylight, it was able to take these videos flawlessly, even while I'm moving, even if the road is a bit rough. You know, this is an excellent way of taking videos without bringing a DSLR camera. The selfie camera is hidden, and just like with the original Reno, this one has a shark fin, sort of shark fin, a pop-up selfie camera. It has 16 megapixels. So the selfie also with the beauty mode and all that takes very nice selfies. And how I wish it has dual cameras, so it can also take wide-angled group photos. Battery comes with 4,000 milliamperes, and it also comes with group charging. So having said all of these, I'm seriously, very seriously considering the OPPO Reno 2 compared to the Reno 10X. I'm still planning to buy the Reno 10X, but after using the Reno 2 for a week, I think I'll buy this one instead. Normally, I would always buy a high-end phone, always the top of the line. But I think I will make the Reno 2 as an exception. Even if it has a lower Snapdragon 730 processor, and the original Reno has like Snapdragon 855, which I really want to have in a phone. And even if it doesn't have a 60 times zoom with 10 times optical zoom, I don't mind at all. After a week of using the Reno 2, I really loved it as my main phone. I was able to live with it, even with the pink color. And people were looking at me and were like, "No, he's using a pink phone. How nice!" I don't mind at all. I really loved it, and the camera works like a charm. Man, this is the phone that you should buy. And also, I heard that this is a lot cheaper. The OPPO Reno 2 is a lot cheaper than the OPPO Reno 10X. And this is why I'm thinking of finally considering a Reno 2 and buy this phone before the end of the year. So that's my review of the OPPO Reno 2. If you have any questions about the phone, please don't forget to leave those questions in the comment section. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please, of course, include us in your notifications. Whenever a new video is published, you will be notified of them right away. And so till then, we'll see you in our next video, and take care, everyone.